Hello and welcome to week 46 of Building My Custom Venator. This week on the Venator series, we're basically going to take a knife and slice the whole thing in half. You guys are going to see what I mean in a few minutes. Right now, let's get into it. Starting off on this week on the Venator updates, I did it again. I'm taking apart my whole ship. Oh my goodness. Like last week, it was this section. And then we rebuilt the whole thing. And now this week, it's this section. Yeah, I already took up this whole big hallway here that used to be right here and everything. I don't know why I'm doing this, but basically, I am trying to make two separate sections of the Venator so it's easier to transport my car. Cause I was doing some measurements and it will not fit. And I feel like it'll just be way easier to handle when I do that. Also, I was trying to like lift the front and the back at the same time just to move it, like just to, do a little test run before I bring it to Brooklyn, Chicago, and it will not work. So right now, I'm taking apart the whole middle section and making it smooth like this. So you can see I've already started there over here. I had to take off this whole wall and all that stuff and make it work with this. But right now I'm doing that basically for the whole thing right here. So I can have two sections that connect together. So I can just slide in this back section and slide in the front section and then they'll connect right here. So yeah, it's definitely been a destructive process, but I'm gonna be working on that this update right now. So right here, as you guys can see, we are carefully placing the things that were on the previous plates back on here. Like for example, all this stuff has been transferred onto this plate. I'm moving all these things on slowly. And on this plate, we're moving the things that were on here onto this surface slowly. So that's what we're working on right now, just to make sure we have everything the same way as it was, because it'll be a lot easier, especially when we're attaching these bigger chunks, if everything is the same as it was. So that's why I'm doing that right now. But as you can see, we're at the center beam, as you guys can see, so we're about halfway there, which is pretty good. And I gotta figure out a way to divide this up a bit. I don't know how I'm gonna do that because it's very hard, because like it's embedded in lots of material, and I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get that out, because that's gonna be a bit tricky. Things are not looking so good on the Venator. This whole section has split apart when I was taking off this big column that went all the way through here. And yeah, this is very intense, guys. This is low-key way scary. Like, this is more scary than last week, because this like whole thing feels like it's about to fall. I put a support beam underneath here because it looked like it was about to fall. But yeah, this is a crazy amount of destructions this week, just because we're trying to make it into two halves. I mean, I knew it would take a while, but like, damn, this is going not so well. Alright, as you guys can see, we have completely severed ties with this half of the Venator. It is insane what is going on here. This is honestly insane. And especially this part was definitely the hardest part to sever ties with, because we had like long back beams running through these, but now we put in some new beams to kind of separate the two sections, and this whole thing was off. It was absolute craziness over here for a bit. But now we gotta continue going all the way through to the other side, which is gonna be a very hard task, especially since we like destroyed all of this. Remember, I still do have some of the major builds we had, like this. Like a lot of the major components are still here and can be reapplied pretty easily. But yeah, this is still a tremendous project I am working on right now. Alright, we're watching Return of the Jedi to celebrate the leaks of the diagrams today, I guess, because some of them look really good, but they're very overpriced. But anyways, we made some great progress on this right now. We have this section right here and this section right here. Look at that. They're perfect for, separating so that it can actually fit in my car. I'm super happy about that, because I was worried about this, and then I did dimensions like a day or two ago, and I'm like, oh, this is not gonna fit. So now that I can divide it into two sections of like 3 feet and 4 feet, it will work out hopefully pretty well. Alright, it's looking good. We got both of these reattached, and we have a little technic pin that connects the two sections together. As you can see, wait, hold on, there it is. Yeah, you just gotta, where is it? Oh, there it is. You just plug this out and then it detaches. But like, this is great. I love this. This is amazing. It's nice. It's kind of strong. It's not the strongest, actually. I could make it a bit stronger, which I probably will in the future. But right now, I'm just trying to get the basis of it back together so that we can like actually play around with it a bit. Cause I might be doing a whole bunch of stuff with the supports back here, because this is sagging, that's sagging, everything's kind of like falling apart a little bit, as you can see, because of how much I've done over here. So I may be extending this whole thing into a whole overhaul this whole massive thing, which is crazy because that's like a redo the entire interior. But we were making some great progress today, so I'm really tempted to do that, because like, this thing needs to be repaired, and it needs to be way better than it was before. And this is better, because now we got a 3-foot section and a 4-foot section, and that should fit my car perfectly. So I'm very happy about that. But right now, I'm going to be reinstalling these walls into the Venator right here, so you can see that. And then we'll probably be trying to attach these things to this panel right here, so then we can actually pull the 2 sections apart. Because right now we can't, because they're connected by a bottom base right here as well. But that's what we're going to work on right now. Alright, as you guys can see, I did finish this section off. It's basically all connected. All I got to do is place down the gray towels and fix up the gun room a bit more. And then I also got to disconnect this section and find a connection point right there. But on this side, I did find a connection point. It's right here. It's a really inconvenient one. So it's like a narrow hallway to watch that little bit at the edge, but it's okay. But if I take this pin off and this pin off, which is what I will be doing to disconnect it, this whole thing will come off. All you gotta do is just do it on that side, which I haven't gotten to yet because, well, it's a very inconvenient spot. And also I gotta disconnect the bottom panels. But yeah, it's basically, it's ready to be split in 2 parts, which is amazing. I'm super happy about that. However, I've been working on this section right here and making it stronger, like extending these beams out that came from all the way over here down here, because these weren't here before. It was mainly just this one, but now I've extended it out a bit and connected it to these things, which connect to this, and it's all a big amazing contraption, which also connects to that. So just a ton of support going all around the Venator, because I realized these were sagging a bit and I knew I had to do something about it, which means I might also include a 16x16 plate like somewhere right here as well to really like complete that off, just to make it as strong as possible. So that is another idea I had for this as well. And then eventually when I connect the bottom section and the top section, I can just use Technic pins, like one Technic rod that just connects to this, and then we're all set with that. So I'm very happy with how all this is coming out right now. But I'll give you guys an update when I finish this off and do some more progress on this. Well, we have definitely seen better days on the Venator. Look what I did while I was trying to take out these plates to make this big massive assembly. Like, this is so strong, but I had to take out everything to make this work. So this is currently the thing that's going in. Here's the docking bay that has the big hole that connects to the bottom. There's 2 of them on each side, one there and then one there. And I'm going to be installing this right now. Hopefully everything goes well, but it hasn't gone so well so far. Look at this side. There used to be a gun room right here. You guys remember this like a few weeks ago. I made a gun room and it looked great. And now it's just gone beneath the surface. But hopefully I can have everything fixed up by the end of this update. Hopefully. But it'll be like way better because it'll be way stronger back here and we can disconnect the 2 parts. So we made a ton of progress this week if you guys really think about it. Alright, we've made some great progress in the rebuild. We rebuilt this thing, put this back on. We gotta put this whole big side panel back on. But we got it installed. It's pretty strong. It's actually really strong. I'm super happy with how it came out. But now I gotta do it on the other side, because as you can see, look at all the stuff that's buckling. You see that this is buckling and this is buckling? Yeah, that's not supposed to be happening. I already did put one plate in yesterday, but that didn't go so well. So I gotta do that again, except like do one plate there, one plate there. And then I gotta just do something for the back, because this back's also falling apart. So, I'm gonna worry about that right now. We're gonna install that plate, and then it'll look like this. Once again, it'll be super strong. So I'm very happy about that. But let's get this installed and take all this out. Alright, on the bright side, this came out way easier than it did last time on this side. I'm surprised though, because that side was in more showers and way more weak than this side. But maybe it's just practice of doing it on this side made it a lot easier on this side. I don't know, but now I gotta put all these little plate things that were scattered around on the thing that I just created, which I seem to have lost. Oh wait, there it is. This big thing. So I'm going to be stepping on these and making sure it's nice, hard, and solid and firm down right on top of this thing, because otherwise the plates will be sticking up. So I'm going to be stepping on these along with some of these plates, and hopefully everything will work out great. Alright, so we just made some great progress on this section. We took out this big chunk. Good thing nothing fell over. Unlike the last time, how everything like kind of like fell in and fell off. It was absolutely terrible. There wasn't too much damage. Maybe it was just experience and practice, but I'm not sure, because this side looked in pretty rough condition. But right now we're going to be putting these plates that are scattered all over the place on this thing right here, and then inserting it into there like so. I'm going to be stepping on this because otherwise it won't work too well. But hey guys, look. it can divide. I just realized this is so cool. Like, it got disconnected, and that's awesome because it can connect and disconnect, which is great. I'm so happy we got that done this week as well. Alright, you've done a lot this week so far. Look at this. This is strong. Strong. I mean, it's all strong. It's all great, and there's barely any supports underneath here. Look at there's like nothing underneath here. No supports whatsoever, and it's nice and strong. It's staying nice and flat, and I love it. It's great. But we do need to put some more supports down there because I think that'd be better, right, guys? There's like nothing right now. But anyways, the next thing we're gonna do is actually take these two things apart, and then we're gonna slide the two chunks away from each other just to see what they'll look like, and then also fix some support issues down there. But that's what we're gonna do right now. Alright guys, we have finally done it. These first troopers are so shocked that I actually did it. But we have separated this section and this section of the Venator. Both of them are very strong. We also got the MOC light cruiser, or Republic light cruiser now, inside the hangar bay, in the back hangar bay. Not the front hangar bay, but the back one. Yes, we have two hangar bays because this thing's so freaking big. But this fits MOC light cruiser pretty well, and also this ship right there, which is like the main ship that I want to put in there. For the convention at Brooklyn, Chicago, so I'm very excited about that. But we got both of these separated, which I'm super excited about. Now, the next process of this is making a whole new base for down here, because this base is honestly way too low to the ground. As you guys can see with this thing right here, these are the bottom panels that will be attaching to it. So technically, this height is a bit too high, so we do have to lower this by quite a bit. Maybe make it like three like bricks in height. So I've been developing a new system right here. Here it is. To go basically in its place. I think it's gonna go something like that, but it'll probably be a little bit lower. Somewhere around there. I think that's a good height for it. But yeah, that gives us enough room to put some stuff like some bark speeders and stuff like that all along the hull of the Venator, and that's gonna look absolutely great. So we're gonna be trying to install that a little bit this week, but then next week we'll worry about this whole aft section. And then we will start working on putting on the bottom panels, which shouldn't be too hard because it's basically going to be replicating this. Alright, so right here we do have this thing in production. Looks a lot better than the other one we had there going. I really like this design because I was going to put a prison cell right here. However, it's not tall enough for a prison cell to actually fit in there, which is a bit unfortunate because I would have loved to have done that, but sadly I can't. So that's a bit unfortunate, but we're going to try to insert this underneath the Venator right now to see if it's the right height, because this might be a little bit too high to make it match with that thing right there. You see that big long column that holds the actual panels on the Venator. So we're going to test it out right now. Alright, taking a look at the new attachment we have added, it does look pretty good, I do think. It might be still a tad bit too tall because, as you can see, the red strip that goes along the back end would not really line up too well with that. It's like a little bit high, so I might lower it by like a stud or two, just to get that to look a bit better. But I don't know how much interior space I'm going to have for the bottom then, because if you put a maid figure up to it, it's not a whole lot of headspace. So yeah, I'm not loving that, but maybe like a stud, like less, like one of these just goes off and I can just attach it to the roof like that. So we're going to see how that plays out next week when we work on the bottom panels. But let's head to the outro. Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this week on the Venator series. I hope all you guys did enjoy today. If you did, like and subscribe always down below. It always helps the channel. And next week, we will be hopefully putting in the bottom panels, which is super exciting. So let's get into that next week. But I'll see you all in the next one.